All right, so I've got a tree here, and it's gonna be a quick video, but just got done eating some dinner. Didn't really feel like going in the house and sitting down yet. It's a cool day here and pretty overcast, but I took down, or I didn't take down, some special guests took down these trees, which you guys will either see here coming up soon, or depends on when I get this video posted. But anyhow, so I got this this smaller maple and a little red oak that I need to delimb before I can cut it up, and I thought that'd be a great opportunity to give this little Milwaukee Fuel M12, and they call it the Hatchet cordless chainsaw. And the bar on this thing's probably only 6 inches long. Pretty simple little setup. We're just gonna see, I grabbed 3 random batteries out of the shop, and we're gonna see if I can get through limbing this maple up. And most of the branches are anywhere from 2 inches down to ½ inch. So let's go ahead and see what we can get done or accomplished with this little thing. All right, so this little saw here has got the, like I said, it's the M12 batteries, but this happens to be the XC 4.0, and I've got a couple of these over there. And it also comes with a little spot here that you put the bar chain oil in. So we got, I'm sure, hopefully plenty in there for that. So let's take a wander over here and see how this thing works.
I don't know if you want to mention chainsaw chaps.
All right, so if any of you out there wants to bust my stones about chainsaw chaps, I think I could cut myself in the chest with this, and I mean, so it's no, I don't have my chaps on, and I'm not going to, because it's a pruning saw. But thanks for pointing that out, Adam. I think I'd be more likely to cut my finger off with this than into my leg.
I just figured somebody's going to be busting your chops about your chaps.
Yeah, well. You really can't get the speed ripping up on it and get into a limb on there like you can a regular saw. But so far it's saved me from getting the gas cans out and the big saw and firing it up and all that.
And it's a lot lighter.
Yeah, I mean, it just one hand and I'm ripping down through this tree pretty decently. So we'll see. And I mean, it seems to cut the maple up pretty good. Now the red oak here, I don't know.
You gonna try to push this all to one side?
Yeah, I'll throw it over here. Then I can bring the excavator down and clean it up. Yeah, one thing about this saw is you go to set it down, you could lose it. I mean, so far that works pretty good just for trimming up the little limbs. Let's get one here. This one here is about 2 inches around. I mean, is it something I would want to use out lemon trees all day? Absolutely not. But, you know, I literally had 20 minutes of daylight left, and I thought, like I said, didn't really want to go down and sit down yet, and so I thought I'd come down here and give it a try. I think we're getting close to being, yeah, I got one bar left here on the side. It tells you how much is left, so we'll keep giving it a try here. As long as you don't push hard into it, it doesn't stall out on you.
Let the saw do the work.
Yeah. So, I'll go ahead and change the battery real quick. Well, heck, I'm actually pretty impressed. We got this maple and this red oak all limbed up. I'm gonna cut it up into firewood, but really, I mean, for what it is, and again, it's the M12. It's not an M18, and it's about as long as my forearm is. So whatever that is, maybe 24 inches or something. And I went through, probably would have only went through one battery, but I started off with my first battery only being halfway charged, and seems to run pretty good. It likes to cut well on the bottom of the saw where you would normally cut it, but when you try to cut it up the top part of the saw to come up underneath a limb or something, bounces a little bit. Would a logger or anybody like that have one of these? I doubt it, but for the average homeowner, a guy that just wants to go out and maybe limb up a small tree. Now, it's not big enough. That's probably 6-inch, maybe, around there. So I don't think I would be able to cut that. I know I could cut the 4-inch one here, but it's really not what this saw is intended to do. It's intended to go out and prune some trees, prune some limbs. Maybe you've got low-hanging pine trees that usually take your hat off when you're mowing or whatever. You could go out and trim those trees. I know, like the pines over here, I've gone through and used it to trim those branches off just to get them up out of the way. But whoa, wait, I forgot a couple things. I guess when I was down there cutting up that tree, or at least limbing it up, I didn't even give a thought to it. But this particular little saw here would be great for throwing in your side-by-side. If you're up driving trails and you've got limbs that are in the way, you could reach out, stand in the bed of the side-by-side, trim some of those limbs out of the way. The other thing I just was getting to think about would be that this would be great to take in or take with you in, say, if you're running an excavator or your skid loader or even in a bulldozer. I know when I owned my bulldozer, I kept a regular hatchet behind the seat of the thing, and what I would do is, as I was clearing out trails or roadways or whatever it was, anytime I'd come near or close to trees that had limbs that were hanging down out over, I would reach behind the seat and grab the hatchet out of the back and go up and whack on a couple of limbs there so they're not smacking you in the face. But this would be a perfect place to keep in a bulldozer or something like that. I think if you made a little holder to where you stuck it down in there and it held the saw, or just some way to strap it into one of your machines or whatever. So when you're out doing those jobs and you have limb issues, why, you could go in and I would say you could lop off a 3 or 4 inch limb very easily with this saw, and doesn't take up much space. It comes with a bar and chain guard here. You can slip that on and keep it in the machine. Take it out if you're out trail riding in side-by-sides. This would be a pretty good little saw for that. So I guess back to where we finish off on cutting up tonight. Well, I think it's getting kind of dark here now. Can't really see much any better for doing this and doing it safely. So I think if you like the review on the saw here, again, the Milwaukee Fuel M12, and it is the they call it the hatchet. Pretty neat little saw. Got a maple and a red oak limbed up for me, so I can just come down and bring the big saw in and cut it up into its firewood lengths. But if you liked what I put out there for you, like I said, just a quick video tonight just to get out of the house for a little bit. Give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.